Well, most of us are aware that there's more and more sales happening on the internet nowadays, and that's the growth area for like retail sales. But what most of us don't know, in addition to retail sales being bigger than, at least the growth rate than normal retail sales, I mean online sales being bigger than normal retail sales, there's now another thing that's growing faster than normal retail sales, and that's truck sales. That's right. And particularly fashion truck sales. I mean, like in the last year or two, this industry went from like 0 trucks out there in the United States to 400 trucks. There's actually an association of fashion trucks. They're organized, and that's available. So, and they expect this to double in 2014. So more and more people looking for specialty items, So the mass market, what's out in the mass market stuff, nobody wants that stuff anymore. And they're looking for something unique. So little retailers now could go in a truck and start these things for nothing. And actually, even the average truck now may cost like $20,000 to get it going. And there's loans for this because it's not like a store where the money's gone. You have an asset you could take with you, And so there's loans for this kind of stuff. But they say that the average person makes all that money back in 6 months. And that's pretty good. Actually, the woman you're going to see now only started with $3,500, because that's what it cost her for a government surplus truck. Surplus property truck from the government, turned it into this beautiful little, fashion truck that she does. And she sells jewelry, she has parties for people. Women want to get together, have a birthday party or a girls' night out party and things like that. And she could create big discounts because she doesn't have that overhead. And also what's neat about it, it's more flexible than a retail business where you have to be there all the time because the mall says you have to be open. Man, you have the truck, you're doing business, okay? No, you go home and read a book or watch the soap operas, whatever you do. So that's what's neat, is the flexibility, and the management is easier because you don't have to deal with all those other things. So is fashion trucks, is what's going on in our country nowadays. And there's Fashion Truck Association. So watch this lady and how much fun she has doing her fashion. I mean, it's like a busman's holiday for her. She buys stuff and she makes people happy by finding cool stuff out there and putting it in her truck and having parties. What could be more fun than a business that you're throwing a party every day? So watch this. Well, Miss Stevens, the curbside fashion truck. Man, I mean, you're just bringing the world to a stop. Even though your business is in a truck and could go anywhere, the world is stopping to see this because you come to somebody's house to give them just the coolest stuff that they'll never find in the mall. And when the mall finds out about you, man, they're going to be tailing you.
Yeah, they're going to run out and get trucks.
Exactly. Man, I mean, you have the neatest clothes and fashion accessories and everything just in your truck. Man, and you did this all for, like, you started this whole business like on $5,000 or whatever, from an old truck from a local government or something.
Yep.
Wow. So what made you do this stuff?
Oh, well, you know what? I have been, I love fashion. Let me just say that. That's my very first love. I've been making jewelry. I've been selling.
Are they earrings? You made those earrings or not?
Well, no, not these.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, some boring old earrings, but I have like stuff everywhere. Yeah, I've been making jewelry for years, and then vending at different vending events.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and then I started doing my own vending event where I bring in like several vendors, and we'd have like a girls' night out at an area hotel.
Oh, cool. So you were trying to start this, but you have a full-time regular job, and actually it's with the government. But this is your itch, your passion, your soul that you're trying to get out there to have people appreciate, because you'll spend more time on this than any job probably in your life. Huh?
You're right. I don't sleep behind this side gig. I don't sleep.
Yeah, and so it's a way to show that part of you, or actually your insides, and you're bringing your inside out to the rest of the community to show them what you have to offer. And by the way, I mean, I don't dress, I don't cross dress, so all your clothes are, yeah, you know, I have men's clothes. But I looked at those eyeglasses you have, and they are just the neatest glasses I have ever seen. On those rimless shades where like the glasses only have, yeah, oh, that's just terrific. And the round rim glasses and the rim shot. Man, I mean, I look at every eyeglass store I pass by. None of these have I seen there, you know.
Good, yeah.
Absolutely none. And I look hard. I look for this funky stuff, and I can't find it. I mean, I think that's what we're turning into. We want something special, and the mall doesn't have it.
No, that's mass production. We don't want that stuff.
Yeah, and so now this is an industry on its wave of a new future. This is the way the market's going. That like craftsmen, you're now like a craftsman starting like in the village. You know, when we 200 years ago when we had the shop maker and the baker and all the little craftsmen doing this thing. That we're going back to that because that's a more satisfying way to work, right? Like you. And then plus you're giving individual products that are more individualized for us to enjoy. Right.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah. So how do people use you like for parties or for girl parties and stuff?
Well, what they would do, they would basically, it's almost like rent a fashion truck. They get my fashion truck for about 3 hours, and I do a flat 150 rate just to come out. And then, of course, we have a whole layout where you can have a fashion show. You have light over about,
so you can dress up in all your clothes and do a fashion show and all the hey, you look great in that, dear.
Exactly. Yep. And just make it a fun girls' night out event and buy clothes.
Wow. Well, that's what they do on their spare time anyway. That's what I do anyway.
You're absolutely right. That's what we do.
It's wonderful. Now I understand you have 3 young women, children, and none of them like to go shopping with you, huh?
No, they don't like to go shopping with me. But no, this is the funny thing. Whenever they have something, most kids are like, "Oh, I don't want my mom to pick it out." Yeah. My kids trust me to pick their things out.
Oh, really? So you can bring them stuff home, huh?
Yep. Yeah. I do that.
See. I do that a lot. Both boys, one is sort of a little funky like me, and the other one's a little more conservative. So he's hard for me to pick. I don't know.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah, right. So they do it. How about for your husband? Does he go shopping with you?
You know what? When we first started dating, he loved to go shopping with me, and it was almost like, he would sit like in the dressing room, and he wanted me to come out and show him everything.
Oh, I see.
A private fashion show. But I shopped so much. He's like, okay, I cannot go. No, how long? When are you gonna bring me back home? How long are you gonna be there?
It's like a little kid.
Nobody can shop with me the way I like to shop with my mama.
You and Mama go, huh? So now you like shopping so much, you like clothes so much, so the way to deal with life is start a business that is shopping and clothes. Absolutely. And then you never work now for the rest of your life because you love what you're doing so much.
That's right.
That's all it takes. Why do you think the average person doesn't do that? Find what they want to do.
Well, you know what? I think people are so regimented and just so used to tradition. And a lot of people just don't have it in them to step outside of the box. And let me say, it's funny you asked that because for so many years with my husband, I would harass him and bug him. You need to try to start a business. You need to try to do this. You need to go and follow your passion. And what is your passion? And then finally I said, you know what? My husband is very simple. He's not like I am. He likes the very simple things. Watching his kids grow up. He likes to cook, so he likes to see them eat food. And I mean, that's really silly. I mean, not silly stuff. I think I shouldn't say that. But he's very easy to please that way. Yeah.
So it's you that had that bug, huh?
No, it's definitely me. It's definitely me. Yes. I want to.
And you're the one that had to grow.
Yeah, so, and I'm a serial entrepreneur too. Let me say that. I can switch up on you.
Oh, really? So
would it be fashion though?
All with fashion. Yeah, you had jewelry before, and now the truck thing and whatever. So how many fashion trucks are there, you think, around?
Well, I'm actually currently I'm the delegate for the Maryland DC AMRA, American Mobile Retail Association.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, and I kind of stay abreast
Yeah.
with our central office, which is out of California. And the last time we checked, there were over 300, close to 400 fashion trucks in the country.
400 fashion trucks. Wow, this is a wave already. I mean, this is
Oh,
coming. Yeah, it's a tsunami that's coming, not a wave.
oh, it's coming. It is coming.
Yeah. So
Coming.
this
It is.
is, I mean, and it's so reasonable. It's sort of like the internet. It's so cheap to get in the business, yeah,
Yep, that's
and so easy, and you get all your, the passion that you have for creativity satisfied because you could do it all. Yeah.
that's right. That's right. You can have it all. You can have it all.
You can have it all. Well, this is terrific. And so to find you, Miss, is curbsidefashiontruck.com, right? And
Yep.
if you don't do anything, you have to look at the glasses. Yeah, please look at the glasses. You'll never see glasses like that in the mall or anywhere else
Yes.
except at curbsidefashiontruck.com, right? And it could
That would
come
be
to
me.
a curbside near you. Right?
That's right. That's right. That would be me.
Right. Well, thank you so much. Nice to talk with you.
Thank you.
Good
Same
luck.
here.
You bet. See, it doesn't take a lot really to be an entrepreneur nowadays and find a niche in the market for yourself. There's so many of them, and the downside is nothing. I mean, for her, it was $3,500, but she still had a truck. She probably got $3,500 for that truck. Yeah. So keep your eyes and ears open to what's going on out there.